Hello guys, it's Mungai Eve. Welcome to the Mungai Eve show, and of course you're the number one online TV show. And guys, today I have the beautiful Avril with me. Nimemtafuta hadi nikampata. We've been postponing this, but finally tuko hapa. Ukoaje Avril?
Niko salama, you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I feel nice to finally meet you.
Oh, pleasure. Pleasure is all mine. But then we have scheduled and rescheduled this interview for such a long time, so you all better watch it.
Wow, Avril, to somebody probably who maybe amesahau jina yako, remind us, ni Nyambura nani?
Nyambura. People call me Avril Nyambura, but my full names are Judy Nyambura Mwangi. Yes.
Wow. Where did you grow? Mambo ya mziki ulianza lini? You know, tunakujuanga tu from Ogopa DJs, but tunaweza taka kujua your journey ilianza wapi?
My journey started when I was about 18 years old, 17, 18 years old at Ogopa DJs. That's the musical journey. School-wise, childhood-wise, nililelewa, nikazaliwa na nikalelewa Nakuru. So I came to Nairobi to hustle. But I actually came to Nairobi because of university. Because I University of Nairobi, I was studying product design. I graduated from the university, and then I found myself in music when I was actually still in university second year. Career yangu ilianza nikiwa kampo. So after that, 18 years later, I'm still here doing what I gotta do. But yeah, in a nutshell, Nakuru, Nairobi, that has been my life. Oh yeah, in Kampala, because nilisomea high school, Kampala, or in A-levels.
Okay. So you've been into the industry for 18 years.
Approximately, probably even longer.
Wow, that's a long period of time. Okay, I'd like to know briefly, how was it when you were back there at Ogopa DJs?
Ogopa DJs was amazing. It was a lovely journey. Why? First, they had the structure. It was the first, could we say, label that we had in Kenya, which consisted of a studio. You had managers. Yani, they were not just doing music for fun. It was actually a business enterprise. So very much so ilinisaidia sana, because that's what has been able to guide me later as an independent artist, and also now with Digit One Music Group. What has happened is that I have learned over the years how to manage my business in terms of music, not just as a singing talent, but now as the music business. It was lovely. I always credit Ogopa, Lucas, Francis, Banda, all those people who are behind, making Avril. Because to be very honest, Ogopa discovered me and pushed me as much as they could.
How was it since you came to the industry when you were very young?
Yeah. It was challenging because prior to us was another set of artists who actually started the music movement. Prior to Akina Amaniwa, who guys used to listen to, Lingala, right? That was what was identified as Kenyan African music. Then later on now, Kina Isa, Kina Nameless came, and they were like, whoa, we can actually have urban music in Kenya. And sang in English, Swahili, and all these native languages that we have in the country. So for me, to be very honest, I got into the music scene just after the urban music setup had been put in place. And it was really, really, really interesting, because from now, the musicians and the urban setup of music is when now we started having entertainment journalism. We had entertainment lawyers. We had all these people who now got interested in actually having an industry. Then all of a sudden companies came who now would say, you know what, we would love to distribute your music. All these things, we were only seeing them mukonje, akina Universal and all these people, We never could see it happening in Kenya, but, an industry was generated just like that.
Yeah. For how long did you stay in Ogopa?
I was there for 5 years. My contract was 5 years long. So I joined when I was about 18 years old. I left when I was about 24. Yeah.
So you left, ama ni contract ndo ilifika mwisho?
Contract ilisha, yeah. Contract yangu ilisha. Then I chose not to renew it because I felt like I really want to challenge myself and see if I could be able to do this music thing as an independent artist. Because you see, every business entity has its dreams, hopes, aspirations. They want to be able to achieve something with your talent. But then here comes a time where, okay, so now we've been able to get here. Can I be able to get somewhere else with my own, system, my own what do you call it, setup. So yeah, contract ikaisha, then I chose not to renew it, but I still keep in touch with Akina Lucas all the time. Yeah.
So from there you've been independent.
Yes.
Okay. Imekuaje? How has it been?
Difficult, of course, because now you see there's no ati, hey, nini imefanyika zi, it's wewe umefanya, so everything is all about you. I was independent for how long? I was independent after Ogopa for quite some time. Then when we got to Uko, that's when now I joined Digit One. So from Uko up to now, Danger with Brandy Maina, that has been under Digit One Music Group. So that is actually a label that that has come up, and we have myself, Prishon, Bridget Blue, and another variety of artists within the label.
Okay, you know, in Kenya, there are a few labels that you get to know about. Who is behind this label?
The label actually has a couple of people. There's Saint P, who is a producer I have worked with for a very long time. There's So Fresh, also a producer I've worked with for so long. So it's actually a combination of, what do you call it, key players in the industry. There's Jay Blessing, who's behind it as a video producer. So it's creatives who came together and they decided, you know what? Because we are actually the people who are able to deliver music videos, why don't we come together and make it happen? Yeah.
Are you guys working together or you are under contracts?
Could we say we're working together? No, I'm under contract. But again, working together and under contract is almost the same thing, because to be very honest, you find that your contribution is required a lot, because as an artist, you also want to have a bit of ownership in what you want to be able to do. So we are working together under contract. Yeah.
Wow. Avril, you know, music industry has really evolved.
Yeah.
You've said that you came to the industry like 18 years ago. And right now, ukiangalia industry yetu ime-evolve sana. How has it been trying to, like, you know, you have to move. Unajua, lazima ugrow na watu. Hiyo music ya kitambo, you evolve with what people want to listen right now. Imekuaje?
It's been nice. It's been lovely. I love seeing growth in the music industry, because to be very honest, if we stayed in one space the entire time, it makes no sense. So seeing other genres of music coming up, because when I was starting out, we had to borrow a lot from different music from all over the world to be able to come up with our own sound. Yeah, so you'd hear guys saying, Kapuka is this and this and this and that. You'd hear guys saying, oh, dancehall is this and this and this and that. You'd hear people saying R&B, Kenyan R&B is this and this and this and that. But right now, if you look at the Kenyan music scene, Genge has evolved to Genge tone, you see. Yeah. Kapuka has evolved to actually like serious hip-hop, yeah. So there's so much music right now and so much consumption of content that it's amazing. And look at the number of artists. When I was joining Performers' Rights Association of Kenya, PRISC, I was a Society of Kenya, though I was, I think, admission member number 6, yeah. But right now, if you look at the numbers of the members that we have who are doing performing arts, it's incredible. So how it has been is a journey of growth. And to be very honest, I couldn't be more proud to be part of that industry. Yeah.
Doing it all alone as an independent artist, were there times that you felt like it's becoming hard?
If you're doing what you love, to be very honest, you really do not feel like you are encountering. Of course, there are those days where you feel like, yeah, I wish I could be able to have, but I have that help. Yeah, because if I need a music video, I have people who I can be able to go to. If I need production, I go to people here and there. You cannot do it all by yourself. You need to also have a team for yourself. So the only thing you need to know is delegation, because then managerial roles that I will not honestly be able to run around. Sasa shina nimekimbizana na client kusabia do, sasa nimeshinda nimekimbizana kusabia proposals and all this. For me, it's to say, I would love to be here, guys. How can we be able to get here? So at the end of the day, you really have to look for people who have your best interests at heart, which I feel I was so fortunate to be able to have throughout my career.
A few months ago, you released an album. It's called Spirit. We would like to know, like, after a period of time, will you feel mbona it's the right time to release the album?
COVID. COVID gave everyone a chance to reset and reboot. To be very honest, I've never been one of those artists who thought I'd do an album. I release singles. That has always been my strength because I enjoy it. I enjoy working on a project. What next? What next? But here I sat down for a whole year just to create music, to sing songs that I had always wanted to sing. Finally, here was the opportunity. So, what was that about? It was just about singing songs that I've always wanted to sing. Na si ati kwa sababu ya industry inataka mziki kama hii, industry inataka mziki kama hii, ni ya roho yangu inataka mziki kama gani. That's why you'll hear songs like Spirit Itself, you hear songs like For You, you'll hear a song with my son, you'll hear so many types of songs within the album. Yeah.
Okay, and unaweza sema ilipokelewa aje?
Well, because I didn't release videos for all the songs. I only released videos for Promise, Gekeno, for my collaboration with Calligraph Jones and my collaboration with Prishon. So I have 2.5 million streams on Boomplay. So I'd like to think that guys actually, they got a chance to listen to it. So ilipokelewa vizuri. Gekeno has about 500,000 views. For someone who does not do things constantly, I've gotten to a space where I just do things because, I feel like releasing music, After 18 years, you have that luxury, I'd like to think, of, just doing things that are really coming from your heart. Yeah, I do it for the love.
Okay, let me ask that question because actually you've made later. There are some fans who say that, hey, Avril is so inconsistent. Mara anatoa ngoma, after a while anapotea, tena anarudi. Why is it that you're not as consistent as Kitambo?
I have always been consistent. I release music every year. Every single year. So if you're to look at the period between Promise and the next project that I am on, it has been a year. So I have this thing, my true fans will know, I only release music in April of every year.
Ah, really?
Yes, my birthday month, Avril, April. So on 30th of April, my real fans always know there's going to be content that is tracking. And that has been the norm. So guys who say I don't release stuff are probably people who don't follow up on what I do. And I totally understand it. We all have different tastes in music. I can't expect that I have everyone as my fan. Someone will like Chokoza and someone else will be like, hiyo ngoma inabo, mtu mwingine atakuwa Spirit was lovely, another person will be like, no, I prefer listening to another album. So you cannot shove things down people's throats, especially right now because of the content era where there's so much variety in terms of what people would like to listen to. Yeah, so for me, to be very honest, it's been very consistent. I'd like to believe it's been very, very consistent. If you look at my YouTube channel, it's very consistent. Hence the reason why I always have, people coming to the channel and listening to what they need to listen to. Yep.
Okay, recently there is a discussion yenye ilingia pale kwa mtandao. There was a screenshot that was posted by, I think, Nimrod. It was about your latest song and the views that it had gathered within 8 hours. I think it was 900 and something. And then ikakuwa ni discussion kubwa sana online. Some people felt like Avril ana-release muziki, hatuambia ametoa. And then you went and uka-comment pale Nairobi Gossip that once you die, your songs will trend. They were very strong words coming from you. Mi nataka kujua, how is it that you felt like, yani kusema hiyo kitu?
Kwa nilidanganyana. We only celebrate people when they pass, don't we? We saw it with the late Kibaki, the people who would have felt like he did nothing, but when he passed away, we're like, oh my God, by the way, umse alifanya hivi, imagine where we are right now, and blah, blah, blah. So it's not, I didn't lie. It's true. If God intended that my life was to end today, I still have a long journey, but if God intended it, because it's not by our choice or by our might. If there's an intention that God feels like your purpose is done on earth, then you move on to the next chapter, correct? And that is when you notice people actually going like, wow, by the alikuwa na hii. So it's not like I lied. I said the truth. I said, I actually laughed and I was like, you know what? my songs will trend when I die. If they are not trending now, they will eventually. So for celebration purposes, I don't do it for the claps. I don't do it for the celebration. But if eventually people do associate my music with being celebrated, that would be lovely. Yeah.
Okay, how did you feel seeing people yani wakitry compare your views with other artists views, saying that Avril hatuambianga kitu wa mziki, like you know the love and the mockery comes in equal measures. Ulifeel aje?
I'm a human being, of course, so you feel bad, but for some time you don't put yourself in a space of feeling bad all the time because people have an opinion about you. People will have an opinion about you. I mean, it's human nature. Even I have opinions about people and for some people and some people's projects. So I choose not to take it very personally, to be very honest. Kuambia watu. Again, I go back to people who actually follow my work. They knew there was music coming out. To my subscribers, they knew that music was coming out. So for anyone who did not know, they're probably not people who follow up on my work or are interested in knowing what I am up to, which is totally okay. Yeah, you can't vindicate people for not looking at what you're doing, checking up on you and etc. And then I'm not that artist who's constantly telling people about my life. I mean, I have a whole company that I'm running. So there's so many things that come to play in terms of where my energy lies. And my energy cannot lie, to be very honest, on kiki hapa, nimechapa nani, nimechum nani, nimefanya nini, who is in my life, who is not in my life. Because my purpose, I feel, is greater, to be very honest. My purpose, I feel, is greater. I'm a mom. I am a mom of a very small business, So there's so many things that I have to do with my time, to be very honest. And music is one of those things that I really love. So I don't do it because I don't do it with the intention that I need to cause drama for me to do what I need to do. I just do what I gotta do. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I would say it's not where we are taking parties of views. You don't have a problem.
Exactly, because by the end of the day, to be very honest, we're in a society of viral. I'm a feeling that you're accepted because that this number of people on your social network, people you actually don't even know personally. You want to, you're always off to the next like, to the next view, to the next this, to the next that. People who are inspired by my music are inspired by my music. Promise was on so many wedding aisles because of the words that we came up with Ben Soul. So to be very honest, ngoma ikitarajia ama kama inafaa kufikia mtu tamfikia. Yeah, because music is, for me, my understanding about music is that, one, it's an art. Yeah. Two, it speaks to your soul. It's actually derived from God to you, to man. Yeah. So if it's supposed to heal someone, it will find the person to heal. If it's supposed to make someone feel nice about themselves, it will get to that person. If it's supposed to heal love, to help you find love, it will find whoever it needs to find. Yeah.
Wow. Umetaja chokoza mahali. And I remember there's a time I hosted Maria, and most people waliniambia tulete Avril. They used to be close. They used to be to do work together. They did a hit together. I would like to know, do you guys still keep in touch, or it's been a moment?
It has been a minute since we kept in touch. Maria and I were label mates. We were part of Ogopa together. So we were more like co-workers more than we were like, because everyone used to think, oh my God, I was telling my BFF because of the chemistry that we had on Chokoza. But to be very honest, we were co-workers. When our contracts ended, everyone, sought their own path. Exactly. So after that, we spoke kidogo. Then again, life. You have a child, you really don't have time to keep on, keeping in touch with each other.
Okay. Let's get to motherhood. How has it been?
It's been
as an artist, and also you're a mother.
Yeah.
where sometimes it can be challenging.
It is. It's a nice balancing act. But I'd like to think that we are all equipped. To be very honest, I didn't think I'd be equipped to be able to handle motherhood and entrepreneurship and music and all these things. But nature has a way of just equipping you, just like the way childbirth happens. When it's time, you know? So that's the same thing that has been happening in my career, to be very honest. From 6 o'clock in the morning to now he started school. Yeah, guys, it's been that long. Now he's at school. From 6 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the morning, there's time for this and that. From 8 o'clock all the way to, 12 o'clock, from 12 o'clock. Yani, it's all a balancing act. You have to be very... Sometimes, of course, you... Bolu anguka once in a while because you're like, wow, I need to handle all these things, guys, to be very honest. Mpaka kuna time unajam na watu kwa sababu zile za so mnataka nifanye nini? Mnataka nifanye hii, But it's a balancing act that God equips you with, to be very honest. Okay. Yeah.
Have you been doing it all by yourself, or you have the help of the baby daddy?
Of course, I have a whole ecosystem. There's an uncle, there's an auntie, there's a whole system. There's a whole ecosystem. It takes a village to raise a child. That's exactly what has been happening. So he has a big, loving family.
Yeah. So the baby daddy has been supporting.
I see where you're going with this.
Now we just want
yes,
to
I'm in
know.
a very loving relationship. Yes.
Wow. Moving forward, where we are seated, I can see everywhere my everything by Avril. Yeah. Would like to know more about it. We knew Avril as someone who you've been struggling with acne, skin issues, and right now we can see you're selling skin products. Would like to know more about these products and the company itself.
Okay, so right about the time that I joined the music industry, I got this bout of acne, and I didn't even know where it came from.
So before you didn't have?
I didn't have acne. I had flawless skin like you. Completely. Then when I turned 18, all of a sudden my body just went like berserk. It was madness. And at that age and at that time, we weren't in the information era like we are right now. So you didn't really know what to use. And then you'd go to a dermatologist, you're given medicine that's very, very strong for you. And you're like, because there's actually some medicine that I was given that could make me so sick. I would feel like vomiting. I'd feel like my stomach is not in the right place. So after some time, you stop. And then they reoccur. This and that, this and that, this and that. So it's been in fact, my acne journey has just been as long as my music journey, to be very honest. So 18 years later... I have had a journey that has taught me so much about skin. It taught me about skin types. It taught me about what to use my skin to use. And for other people's skin, it taught me so much about skincare. And that's the reason why my everything came to be. My everything has actually been a research project for me for so long. I've had to go back to school. I've had to learn so much about skincare. And that's what my company is about. It started with mists. So we do body fragrance mists. Lovely smelling. We keep on sourcing for the best kind of combinations for skin, or rather make it appropriate for skin. Then we have body washes. We have body lotions filled with lovely butters, cocoa butter, shea butter, all these nice things. It's all about clean beauty. Now we've actually introduced a serum, which is a hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. I'm sorry, I will not talk too much about my products, but guys, check out my Everything by Avril. You'll be able to get a comprehensive approach to skincare. I actually consult with a doctor friend of mine called Dr. Jerita. She has her own, acne journey and... consultation. So we share information. So what I might not know scientifically, like ndani, I consult with her, and she consults with some of the people who would like help. Yeah.
Okay. Being that you went through acne, is it is it the reason uliamua, hey, let me start this thing?
Definitely, because I feel like the skincare industry is growing compared to where it was. And still with the information era, there's still a lot of people who don't know what to do with their skin. And what happens is that a lot of these people end up in the wrong hands. Yeah. And it makes such a small situation become so big and you end up not being able to handle it as well as you would have at the beginning of that journey. Like a lot of the ladies that I meet, and some gentlemen, by the way, they have, maybe just an allergy, a food allergy, that becomes a full-blown situation for acne because they use the wrong products, or someone just simply does not know their skin type. So you find someone who has a bit of oil on their skin, calling themselves oily skinned. They go and buy things for oily skin, and it becomes traumatic to the skin, and it completely ruins the skin. Yet if they use something that was actually ideally for their skin type, it's something that would have been cleared in like two weeks, So it's very unfortunate. That's where we are. But then again, information is power. So I post a lot of skincare things here and there on my Everything by Avril, so that to be able to just enlighten you, even if you're not going to use my products, just get to know your skin, understand it. When I ate this happened. So I should avoid this, or I should limit eating this. When I don't drink water, I notice this and this happens. When I use this product, this and this and this happens. So it's very, very crucial to be very aware about what is happening to your skin, especially if your skin is of that sensitivity. Yeah.
Okay. And how it may take how long to come up with it? Skin product is something that is very sensitive. You can come up with products, probably they can work to you and not work to me or to someone else. How long has it take you to come up with it?
Wow, it's taken me a long time, because I started doing research when? I started doing research in 2014, 15. So it's been a journey for about 6 years. And yes, but what can I say? Yes, skincare can affect people differently, and hence the reason why we have products that are for all skin types. Because, for instance, the serum that we use has hyaluronic acid, which is a hydrator for skin, and has niacinamide, which is vitamin B3. Everyone needs vitamins, right? Everyone needs the skin to behave in a certain way, correct? So the specific ingredients that we know for sure will be able to assist you, even regardless whether you are of a certain sensitivity, or your skin, you just want to make your skin look a little bit better. So it's all about clean beauty and a lot of natural products. Even those things that you think, for instance, there's some preservatives that have some very, very big names, but they're naturally derived from nature, from a certain tree. You see something like willowback extract, which is something that people use a lot in acne, dealing with acne, because it can imitate a certain, synthetic, sorry guys, this is not a science lesson. But yeah, so we derive a lot of our ingredients looking for clean beauty, looking for things that are organic, natural. Si ati utachukua honey ujipake kwa uso, but it's going to be something that is derived from honey that has been amped to be able to be as active as possible on dealing with something. Yeah.
Okay, how has it been, like, you're a lady battling acne, and then kuna ile time yani kila mtu anakuangalia, umeingia kwa limelight. How is it?
Of course, it's nerve-wracking, and then also it's you become very self-conscious. Yeah, you become very, very self-conscious. There are times where your acne is full-blown, you feel like you cannot leave the house. There are times when your acne is in a certain place where you can't even cover it up with even makeup or even hair, all these things. So you become very self-conscious. If there are people out here who are dealing with acne, they understand how difficult that journey becomes. But with time, you kind of understand that it's not your fault. It's just your body dealing with things the way it's supposed to deal with them. Yeah.
And comparing how it was in 18 years and right now that you have information, have you improved?
Oh yes. Like I will literally go for a product, look at the ingredients, I know this is not what they're saying. This will harm me. This will do this will do that. I feel very empowered, and I'd love to empower as many people as possible. Yeah.
Okay, and where are the products made in? Probably in Kenya, or you get them outside the country?
We actually make them in Kenya. So we have a formulator, a chemical engineer, who's able to assist the process. And then I told you I've also gone back to school to actually learn about skincare and formulations. And I'm reading every single day. If there's a new ingredient, we're in there trying to find out more about it. So it's a very informed skincare line. Extremely informed skincare line. Yeah.
Okay, wow. Avril, someone who would like maybe to get your products or maybe would like to consult about something, how can they find you?
Please send me a message on either my IG or my Facebook. My Facebook was hacked. Sorry, guys. But now I'm majorly on Instagram. I actually have an Instagram, a Facebook page, Nyambura Mwangi. You're able to see it. Started all afresh. My Everything by Avril also. Please send a message. We have a WhatsApp line connected to the page, so you can always send a message as well. Better still, come and check us out. Yeah, just go to the page and you'll be able to get all that information. Can also refer you to Dr. Jerita, who runs Bell Nubian, Kenya, who can also be able to consult with you, especially if you have extreme acne. Yeah.
Wow. Avril, I would like you to talk to your fans and probably tell us what are you planning, especially when it comes to music?
Especially when it comes to music. Do you guys want me to retire?
No, we want you to give us more music.
There's more music, definitely. There's more music. It's a passion of mine. I feel so at peace when I'm at the studio and I'm doing music, when I'm collaborating with different producers, new and older. I have a new song with Brandy Maina. Check that out. Brandy Maina is an amazing artist. Guys, don't sleep on that talent. She's amazing. Go check her out. Go check her Instagram. She has music on YouTube. Go listen to her stuff. So I collaborated with her for this particular project, especially because she has such a nice amapiano vibe, which is what is in right now. And I just felt like I want to sing one of those songs. You know, it's nice to dance and sing along, but if you can be able to sing, you always have that anxiety. Takutoa ngoma in a sound hivi. So when I collaborated with Saint P, who was a producer, and Brandy Maina, when we were doing that song, it was just, it was amazing. I have so many other projects that I'm working on. I actually have an EP that I'm working on with Saint P. The previous album, Spirit, is still, people are still getting acquainted with it a year later. That was by So Fresh. So, yeah, more music.
Wow. I'd like you to talk to your fans.
Yeah. To my fans, thank you so much for all the years. It has been quite a journey. The guys I started with are still in the game, others are not, but you have stood by, the art, and you have really... There's actually, I can even shout out some fans who fight for me online. Kina Brian, Aliens, Kina Nelson, all these guys are amazing people who I actually see go head to head with, with trolls. So mine say thank you so much to all my fans. Thank you for the many years in the game, and to many more. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Avril. I really appreciate for your time, unajua it's not easy getting this time tunapiga up a story for quite it's a pleasure. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. And guys, in case you're watching this video, the link is down below. Go and check out Avril's new music because it's amazing, and remember to subscribe, unajua. Then subscribe to my YouTube channel. We meet in the next video.